Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are not new. My name is Jenny. Today we have a chit chat get ready with me, and I talk to you guys about my dating life because that's what most people are curious about, and I don't think that anything that I said in this video is like super bad. It's just based off of my experience clearly, and had a few ups and downs and still nothing super substantial. I kind of got tired of dating online, and I don't know how I'm gonna meet guys, but like fingers crossed that I do. But anyway, I just kind of talked to you guys about like how it's been the past few just like the past few months or weeks that I've been gone. I know it has been a while, but I do want to thank you guys for sticking beside me. I answered some questions that you guys had on Instagram, which was really nice, and thank you guys for welcoming me back with open arms. This video is not sponsored, by the way. I just talked about products that like I recently picked up. A few things I just realized that I didn't show, like the Kosas like eyebrow gel. I love it so much, it's so good. But yeah, I just caught up with you guys, kind of like wanted you guys to get back on track with me and like know what was going on. So I thought that that was like really important first and foremost. But thank you guys so much for coming back, and we are chatting through this. It's not a voiceover, so hopefully you guys get a few laughs out of my despair. But yeah, I'm so happy to be back. I hope that you guys can look forward to more videos. I do have video requests from you guys, so I will get on that ASAP. I plan on coming back for like August, and so hopefully I can post this before then. I'm gonna try to. Yeah, thank you guys so much, and super excited to chat with you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and let's get started. Hi guys. Where do I begin? This is kind of crazy. I haven't been on camera in a while. I did have to do my dossier video just because by contract, like I had to do that, so please forgive me. Let's start off with sunscreen. I'm using the hyaluronic acid watery sun gel. This one's really good. It's been one of my favorites. My skin is barely getting back to normal because I didn't have like a skincare routine because I ran out of my discoloration serum and I didn't repurchase it right away, which was a big mistake, which is part of the reason why I wasn't sticking to my skincare routine, because it has a huge like part of it. Like this will be gone soon. I had a pimple somewhere over here and it's gone, and then I just got this one recently, so I'm like breaking out just a little bit, but it's nothing that a consistent skincare routine can't fix. So that's that. Let's move on to eyebrows. So I got some stuff from Sephora that I wanted to show you guys that I'll just use throughout the video. Let me see. A lot of you guys were just asking generally, how am I doing? I'm okay. You guys know I was probably, I don't know if you guys know or not, or if anyone watched like my other video, but I was basically gone because my grandma passed away. That was initially the reason why, and it was very sudden for me because I only got the call after she was in the hospital, and I had a lot of regret because I didn't go while I was living on the west side, and I was just really sad. But at the end of the day, I couldn't hold myself like accountable for that, because I mean I was going through things as well. I was trying to find stability in my life at the time, and it was also difficult, so I stopped beating myself up for that. I went to the funeral and everything. It was a lot harder than I anticipated. Saw a family that I hadn't seen for decades, and so that was nice to like reconnect with my cousins and see my aunt and everything. Just my dad's side of the family. But yeah, that was really hard for me. I didn't think it would be, but my grandma actually raised my brother, so it made it a lot more difficult for us, at least for our side. So yeah, that was pretty much the main reason, and from there there were so many days where I would turn on the camera and I just couldn't talk. Sorry if you guys can hear my washer. But yeah, so that was probably the main reason why, and then everything else just kind of like spiraled after. It was like one thing happened and another thing happened, so it just made it increasingly difficult for me to just sit down and concentrate to film a video, which is really sad, but I tried my best. Someone said, why did you go MIA on Instagram? That honestly wasn't intentional at all, like Instagram, like me not being on my Instagram. So I think now that I'm looking at it from like the outside in, I think it was because I was dating and So I was dating, and my Instagram, my private Instagram rather, looked kind of like boring and bland just because I wasn't using it that much. I just had family and friends on it, which was fine. I didn't really post that much. But I think because I wanted to appeal more towards the guys to seem like a normal-esque person and like social and everything, I started posting on there more. I started posting my stories on there, like my workouts and stuff, just to be like, oh my god, I'm an active girl. Which in the long run kind of like backfired, because I'll tell you guys what happened in a minute. Yeah, I think I should have just kept posting on Instagram, even though I wasn't like feeling the best. I feel like I definitely probably could have helped a person or two, but obviously I didn't, so you can't really like go back in the past and do anything. But yeah, that was kind of like stupid. So I just wanted to seem like a normal girl. I wanted to, not that I'm like Hannah Montana, no, not that I didn't feel normal, but obviously I do social media, and it was so hard to hide that from guys and not tell them about that, because they'd be like, oh, what do you like to do in your free time? I vlog every aspect of my life. Like, what am I supposed to say? So that was really difficult in itself to like keep a secret. But yeah, and then I like banter, so you guys know that on Instagram I'm very sarcastic, and I think that's where it backfired, where there's actually, okay, now we're getting into like the dating thing. You guys also asked me about dating, so this is kind of like just like an intro into my dating story time. So there was a guy that I really liked, and then this is my mistake. Like, while I was dating, I just kept looking for my Virgo in people, and when I was in New York, I met someone that was the literal clone of him, and I think I talked about it in a vlog when I was last in New York, or the not this last time, but the last time, because I didn't vlog. I met someone that I felt like was exactly like him. Personality was the same. We got along really well. Everything was really good. And then I don't know why we just like didn't keep in touch, because at the end of the day he wasn't my Virgo. And so then I came to LA, and I started like dating people, and my Virgo's from Michigan, if you guys didn't know. But I was looking for like 6'3" guys from Michigan, okay, and that was my mistake. And this guy didn't look like Virgo, but he was from Michigan and he was tall, and I was like, okay, he's cute, like I think he's cute. And so then we followed each other on Instagram. Initially it was initially golf that got him interested, and he's like, oh, how often do you golf, blah blah blah, whatever. And I was just practicing, because you guys know I'm new to it, so I should do this at the same time. So then we started talking, whatever. It took a while for us to like plan a date, because he was so busy, and then we finally got the date, and we did just go out for drinks, because I think with guys that I find more attractive, that I deem more attractive, I kind of let it slide. But it was also, I was in a time crunch that day, so it wasn't like I did it out of purely because I was okay with his looks and I was letting it slide, but it was also because I had something to do like right after that. So okay, I don't really use primer, but I realized my makeup doesn't look as good lately. I don't know why, like it doesn't look as airbrushed as it usually does. Maybe because my skin is like a mess. I'm gonna use my, I'm just gonna use this. This is a Sheer Healthy Glow Highlighting Liquid Fluid. This is from Chanel, and I just put this all over my face, honestly. I think this is like for the highest points of your face, but I put it like everywhere. So anyway, we went out for drinks. Like everything seemed fine. We made out at the end of the date. Like it was great. I was hesitant. I did want to invite him up to my place, but I've actually like don't really like having guys here. So that didn't end up happening. Okay. So we just made out and whatever, and it was like really nice. He was a good kisser, complimented me. We were already talking about like planning the next date, and then I guess his schedule just got increasingly busy, but he obviously prioritized things other than like seeing me and like planning a date with me. So once I started realizing that, I kind of reached out a few times, and I was like, hey, like what's going on? Like when are we hanging out again? And then he didn't like message me again. And I think because he was able to like see my Instagram, I think it kind of takes the curiosity out of the person, because then you're like, oh, this is their daily life, this is what they do, like whatever, you either like it or you don't. And it's not really a great reflection, because you obviously only show things that you want to show, but at the end of the day, that's the translation that it comes out to. I definitely feel like that was my mistake, and I don't know, I just feel like I don't want to be one of those people that are like, oh my god, social media ruined dating. Like, then just don't follow each other. Like, that's the whole point. Like, I should have never allowed like him to follow me on Instagram in the first place, because I had already said like, oh, I hate that guys put their Instagram in like their Bumble or like their Hinge, because it's like, for what reason? Like, are we here to date, or are we here for Instagram followers? Like, and then the thing that guys will do is they'll unfollow you but then leave you following them. It's like, remove me as a follower back, okay? Not that it's a big, no, actually it is a big deal. Because it's like, why would I want to follow you? Like, why would I want to see your stuff if you're not even interested in me? Like, that makes no sense. And that's what this guy did. So he unfollowed me, and then I just like unfollowed him back, because I was like, what's the purpose like of that? But yeah, I feel like I only liked him because I was looking for my Virgo in him. And then I also had someone approach me like, oh, I'm not looking for anything serious, blah, 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 whatever. But then he got upset that I wasn't reaching out, that I wasn't like contacting him. He wanted reassurance, was very insecure, asked me how tall the last guy I dated, which was Virgo, and what height I thought was perfect. And I said, and this guy was 6'7", 6'6", mind you. And he said, and he lives in like Manhattan Beach, which is close to Virgo. And he said something like, oh, so what's your perfect height like in a guy? And I was like 6'3", and he's like, oh, like X, and he said my Virgo's name because he asked what his name was, which I thought was weird because guys usually don't care about stuff like that, right? But that was already a red flag. And so everything that he would say, he kept mentioning my Virgo, and it really pissed me off because it's like, I'm diehard for that man. Yeah, so it was just kind of weird, and I was just like, this is awkward. But we still tried to like hang out, and then I ended up meeting his friends 3 weeks into it, I think, and it was fine. Like, I got along with his friends really well. I'm able to make conversation in like a big crowd because of my job. I'm a recruiter, so it made it really easy. Yeah. And then I just like didn't hear from him because I did hear from him like a few days after, but then I think I went like 4 days without texting him, and then at that point I feel like we just kind of like weren't really interested, because I like being chased and I feel like that's what he wanted, and I'm like, that's for girls only, okay? For girls only. So that was kind of weird to me. I don't know. Okay, so someone also asked about dating mistakes. Giving people chances who you know are not initially interested in a relationship. And that was this Manhattan boy. I got a refill of my Hourglass concealer. So this is the Vanish Airbrush Concealer, and I'm in the shade Beach. What if it's like Betch, but like they spelled it differently? So this is my favorite concealer for just highlighting, and then I use the Kosas underneath, underneath. This concealer is really good, by the way. I want to try it in a lighter shade just to see if I'll like it just as much for like brightening. Oh wait, I don't put it in those areas. Why did I do that? Oh my god, I usually only put it in the under the eyes, and I don't know why I did that. I just got carried away. Manhattan boy was out by that time. Yeah, because I think we just like weren't vibing. He wanted to be chased. So yeah, I was just like, I'm not gonna chase a guy. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I mean, don't talk about my Virgo like that. Okay, let me spritz my face. That happened, and like I said, I feel like I was just looking for my Virgo in everyone, and that was red flag. Red flag. So I don't think that I was initially like dating to get to know someone for who they were. I was dating to just find a replacement, and someone that I was comfortable with, someone that I really liked that resembled Virgo. So I did like no contact for like a month and then broke it. Yeah, so that was kind of just what happened. And then I also went on another date where well, I didn't go on a date. I was seeing someone for a while, and we live like close to each other, so we saw each other pretty often. So this is kind of funny. So one day I went over, and I was with one of my girlfriends, and we went to his place because he was like, oh, come hang out or whatever. We were like running errands that day or something, or like I think we went shopping, and then we were just kind of tired. So he was like, oh, come over, like we'll order pizza or whatever. So he ordered pizza, and then I didn't realize, but he said that he had asked us a few times like if we wanted anything to drink, but then when he sat down I asked for a drink, naturally, the person that I am, and I asked for a drink, and he was like, oh, I asked you like 5 times. And mind you, I've only known him for like 2 weeks, okay? So he got upset that I asked him for something when he sat down, and I was kind of like, that's weird, but I get it, like it's kind of annoying, but like as a guy I would still do it, especially we were like in his home, like in his apartment. So then I asked him for something, and then the pizza had pepperonis on it, and I wanted like pineapple, and he was like, oh, they're sold out or whatever, but he actually lied about that. Then it was like pepperoni and sausage, and the pizza was actually really good. I only took 1 bite because of what I'm going to tell you right now, but my friend, I had told her like, hey, can you take the pepperonis off of my pizza, because my mom does that for me all the time, and I didn't want the pepperonis. Like, I don't like touching pepperonis. I don't know why. I don't like eating them. I don't like them at all. So then she takes him off, and he like gives me a side eye as if like, do it yourself. And then he sits down, and I'm like, oh, do you have gloves? Because I don't eat pizza, hamburgers, or anything like that without a glove. And he goes, oh yeah, they're over there in the kitchen. And he's like pointing, and I'm like, oh, can you get it? Like how am I supposed to go through your stuff? And like, I don't know your kitchen. I've only known you for 2 weeks. This is your home. I feel so uncomfortable doing that. So then he got upset, and he's like, get up and get it. And I was like, what the hell? So then I just put the pizza down, and I like did not eat it. Like I think I took one bite, and I like just like didn't eat it. And he was so mad. He was like, seriously, you're gonna act like that? You're acting like a 5-year-old kid, like throwing a tantrum or something. And he said, that's such a turn off, and I'm gonna say it in front of your friend. And I was like, this is awkward. So then I wanted to get up and leave right away, but she was in the middle of eating her pizza, and this girl was hungry. Okay, she was hungry. We were walking around for a long time, and I felt so bad, and I was just like, oh my god, she's not gonna like this. So then after she was done with her pizza, I was like, okay, you ready? Like, can we go? And we just like left, and I was like, what the fuck was that? So that was like super awkward. Why is this shade so dark? This is medium 2. So I thought that was so funny and like weird, because like, how are you? And then I talked to my best friend, and she's like, no, he just wasn't a good host. Like, it doesn't matter if you were like being a brat or like asking for things. Like, you guys have only known each other for 2 weeks, and he's acting like that already. Like, he's not gonna baby you or like do what you want him to do. And I was like, yeah, that's how I feel, because I like being babied in a relationship. I feel like I'm a baby. I like being like spoiled and like having things go my way. So that's awkward. So when it doesn't go my way, it's weird to me. Just to me. So I'm using the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. So yeah, that was really awkward. Yeah, and then we stopped talking, and then he reached out like after, but I was like, it's never gonna be the same, because now I see you as this person. And he was used to dating older women, so like he's used to them like taking care of things and like acting like a mom. And I was like, that's just not me. It's not me. I'll be a mom when I have a child. Like, you're not a child. Yeah, that was fucking weird. And then, sorry, I wanted to be like more PG, right? I forgot about that. I'm using the Lancome tinted moisturizer for my bronzer. So anyway, he came over to my apartment. We like talked a little bit, and he was like, oh, did you miss me or whatever? I was like, no. I was like, I like being baby. This is how I want to be treated, and you're clearly like not gonna treat me that way. So then we weren't talking for a while actually, and then he recently like messaged me when my friend like had came over not too long, like this past weekend, and he texted me, and he's like, oh, what was that taco that like you got me from Guisado's? Like, finding an excuse to text me. And I was like, okay, this is weird. And so then like we chatted for a bit, but I told him, I was like, it's not gonna work out. Like, we're not compatible. I was like, you're not gonna treat me like the way that I want to be treated. So what's the point? Like, why do guys like want to waste their time? Like, I just don't get it. So anyway, that was that. And what else? I feel like other dates have been like pretty okay. Like, nothing. Oh, okay. So I hung out with this guy like twice. Okay, so sometimes you have clients in like bigger towers. I'm not gonna say which one, but I had to deliver something. And I met this guy. We chatted on Bumble. Well, we were on Hinge first, and then Bumble, and then yeah. So we were talking for a while. Finally met up. We met up at like Intercontinental. We went there for dinner or something, or like a light dinner, and then yeah. So that was that, and then we chatted, and like it was fine. And then I saw him like the week after. He came over to my place, and it was fine, and like we hung out again. And I didn't really like that because I don't like dates per se like at my house. So then it kind of made me feel like a little uncomfortable, and I like let him know that, and he's like, oh, we can do things like outside of it, whatever. 4th of July weekend happened, and then he texts me and goes, or like later that week goes, oh, hey, I'm so sorry, but like I ran into my ex at a party, and you know, I want to try to work things out, we reconnected. And I was like, good for you, I'm so happy for you. I didn't, well actually no, I don't think I even texted him back, but I just thought that was so like crazy. Oh, what else? I'm trying to think. I don't know, I think like those are like the standouts. And then I dated people here and there, but it was pretty good. It wasn't like horrible. but it was just like okay. Oh yeah, I got invited to the Dodger game today. I think they had like a suite, but I wasn't like too interested in going. Yeah, also, how are you and your Virgo doing? I hope he's okay. I don't know. Have you recently changed jobs? My position changed in work, but not necessarily like what I do for my job. I'm gonna use a Derma blend. I saw people using their loose powder again, and I was like, oh, I want to try it out. I think I like it, but I mean, I don't know. I like it. I'm gonna put this under my eyes. Oh no, I just realized I forgot to put on blush. This one's by Rosy Ink, and actually I've been trying to find a replacement for my Chanel blush, this one in 21, and I completely like ran out of it, but they've been sold out everywhere in like the US, and I even tried like Ulta, Macy's, every department store that would have Chanel, I've tried it, and they all don't have it. So I was like super sad. And then my best friend and I actually went to Macy's to try and get it, and then they were sold out as well. So one of my friends is in Italy, and she was like traveling Europe all of all of July, and so I asked her to go to the boutique for me to see if they have it there, because fingers crossed they do. She also picked up something for me from Hermes, which I'm super excited about, but it's not like, I'll show you guys when it gets here, but it's not like, it's footwear, but it's not like the Oran sandals. Similar, but not those. So I'm gonna take this blush. This one's by Rosy Ink. This was what I found that was the most similar, but not like exact. Like the color is pretty similar. I think this one's a little bit darker. Undertone and everything is almost the same. I don't know if I'm gonna link everything. That's what I'm telling you guys right now. Someone says, do you have a workout routine? Honestly, not really. I usually do Bunda and Megaformer Studio, and Megaformer Studio is the Gree, but it's they have a location in Santa Monica and then one in, I think, like West Hollywood, or is that Mid-City, like 3rd Street, 3rd and Beverly. But yeah, not really like a solid like routine, but I usually go back and forth between Megaformer Studio and Bunda depending on how I feel. But I just did it like Monday, Tuesday, and I don't feel sore. I think because I just wasn't trying as hard. I need to up the what do you call it, like the springs, and then also my weights in Bunda. And I was actually really mad because this girl, I got a Celsius from the studio because I forgot to bring something to drink, so I was like, oh, I'll get a Celsius or whatever, and then she like spilled my drink. I took like 3 sips, so I was super upset, to say the least, and that like pissed me off. So I didn't have like a good workout because I was just so mad. And it's like, it's just annoying. Like, look around you, look at things around you. And then she was using weights that weren't even the weights for the station that we were at, but whatever. Because like in Bunda, one person goes on the floor and the other person goes on the Stairmaster. Some people do share like stations, but some people don't, depending on how many people are in the class that day. Are there any East Coast vacation spots that you like? I actually had a trip to Montauk in like December, but I heard December is like probably one of the worst times to go because it's going to be really cold and rainy, and I don't want to be there then, so I actually ended up canceling it. Things that help you build your confidence, I think looking presentable and like putting time and effort into dressing well and like looking nice. Where have you been? Gone. What hair dye do you use? I think I've showed it before. Are you still using dating apps? Actually, when the guy that okay, he's like Virgo but brunette, so let's just call him brunette. So when he like unfollowed me on Instagram, I was just like, this is so stupid. Not because I was like, okay, this is the one, but just because I felt like, what's the point of like online dating? Like, I don't know, I think at one point I had like over like 8,000 likes on Bumble, and I just, how do you get through all those people and find the one? And so obviously you're gonna be going through each person and like liking each person, like, okay, yeah, this is gonna work, or this is gonna work. Like, people have like, guys and women on the apps have so many options that it's like almost impossible. Like if they really wanted to, like, it could be possible, I guess, but it's like there were so many options that I just got overwhelmed last night. I literally deleted it last night, and I deleted Hinge too. There are just so many options, and it's like how do you know which one to choose? Like, how do you know who to choose? Well, you're gonna wait like a week for this person to plan a date, then you wait another week for another date, and then another one, and then if you guys like each other, you'll see each other often. But like, I don't know, do you still have the app, or do you like close the app then? So it's really frustrating, and it's like, okay, if this person doesn't have time to go on a date, then I'm gonna go on another date, right? Doesn't that sound logical? Like, if this person doesn't have time for me, then I'm gonna find someone who does. And then for me, I'm really like picky about the way that I want to be treated. I guess it's just like having, this bitch is ruining everything in my house. I'm using the Note blush and I'm just gonna put it on. So yeah, I feel like that's just how things have been working, and I don't know, I'm getting older and it's like so scary to like, it's so embarrassing like being on a dating app like past 30. I'm not 30, but being on a dating app past 30, like, well, I can't imagine it. I'm going to hell for that. I'm probably gonna still be on there by the time I'm 30 just because of this karma. I don't know, that's just like so embarrassing. And then like guys have like this superiority complex, which is like, first of all, you shouldn't even be proud to be like in standouts at your age, at your big age. At 38, standouts on Hinge just because you're tall, like, that's not something to be proud of. You look crazy, actually. That's like really weird to me. I'm gonna close this before this falls. How was your self-care escape from this crazy world called life? I was still living life, just not online. Someone said, are you traveling soon? Going back to New York soon, probably. Thoughts on Fendi Montessor? I don't know what that is. What place will you like to travel to? I don't know. I would never say anything because once I'm there, then you'll know that I'm there. But like, I don't know. I don't know. Someone said, where have you been? Am I just not seeing you on my feed? No, I just haven't been posting anything. Did you move to New York? Actually, I got this question like, I want to say maybe like twice, 3 times a week while I was gone, which I thought was kind of funny. But no, I didn't move to New York. A lot of people thought that I was in the process of moving because one of my friends actually moved and someone asked if I was going to be her roommate. And I was like, I would never do roommates right now. I'm not at my age. So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny, but no, she has her own place. I'm so proud of her and I'm so happy for her. I can't wait to go see her soon. But no, I didn't move to New York. I just was not online, but I did go while I was like absent. Just didn't vlog anything. I literally go there for work and it's like takes up my whole day. Like every day that I'm there, that's all I do. So yeah, that's pretty much most of the questions that I got. Some of them were like bag reveal or bag, what's in my bag, how do you stay motivated to study and work. I have a full schedule for like fall because I didn't do summer school. Well, I was going to, but then I didn't actually end up doing it because I didn't pay my tuition on time, which, what the frick. So that really sucked. Yeah, I think like school's gonna be like my main priority. I don't really like, I'm not a super social person. Like I think I have like, I can count on both hands how many friends I have, and I've been hanging out with them like a lot often. Like I've gone to dinner with my friends and we've like hung out, we like go shopping together and stuff, and like also my best friend, she's been busy. Yeah, like I do a lot of things with like my friends, but I just didn't, well, I think in the vlog you guys probably would have seen it, but yeah, like I try to keep myself busy, but I'm not like a super social person. Like I don't have like a huge group of friends that, like, you guys know like on TikTok how they have like those meetups and stuff. That's like how do you do, what's your job? Because like I can't be going to Runyon like at that time. But yeah, that's pretty much been the gist of it. Dating sucks. But yeah, I did delete my Hinge last night. It pained me to delete my Bumble just because of like my ego, because like I had so many likes on there and I was like, I'm gonna like, but honestly I was exhausted. Like I think I looked at it and I almost fainted. Like I literally feel like I almost fainted because that's just how overwhelming online dating is. Like you have all these options and it's like you start over with, like at this point I had in my notes responses that I would just copy and paste. Like that's bad. That's really bad. Like, how was your day? Great, just finished a workout class. Like that's literally like, by the time I check my Bumble, like I'm already done with the workout class. So then I'll be like, oh, okay, like I say the same thing every single time. I know the guys that I connected with are probably like, what the fuck? Like, where did she go? Yeah, I just like, I didn't mean to like do that, but I was so exhausted. Like wanting to be treated a certain way is just like not fun. Like it's not that it's not fun, it's like the best part, but like getting treated the way that you want to, but then like you have these high standards and then guys from like LA that are like similar in age or like around there, they kind of think it's a little ridiculous, which I think is kind of weird. Or I don't know, I think they're just used to dating like girls that are like easier to handle, or like I don't know, just like it's kind of annoying. But yeah, it like really bummed me out that like brunette didn't work out. Like not that, actually I don't know. The thing is like, okay, look, this is the theory, right? When you are attractive or you deem yourself attractive and you also match with someone that you deem attractive, then you think like, wow, I could get anybody. If I can get this person, I can get anybody. And that's how I felt with Manhattan Boy, because I was like, oh, he's like tall, whatever, beachy dude. Like at the end of the day, it just didn't work out because we just like weren't really like interested in each other. But I was like, I think like, okay, this might sound weird, but like sometimes you just like people just because they're hot. And it's not like they have anything that's like a wow factor to their personality, but like you guys just come together because you both are two very attractive people. Not that I'm like trying to stroke my ego or anything, but I mean, I think I'm pretty, okay? But I think sometimes two people come together because they just are attractive. And then that's all it is. Like, you're just attracted to the person. Like, not necessarily like wanting to get to know them, not necessarily wanting to do things that they like, not necessarily wanting to share the same life. You guys just came together because you were attracted to each other, and that was all it was. And so I was fine with that ending, even though he's like ideally closer looking to Virgo. But brunette, I think like we talked about golf and stuff, and like it was cool, whatever. Like I think because like we shared similar interests, and it wasn't just golf, it was like he also had like a kitty, and it was like super cute. But yeah, I don't know, I think I just showed too much of like my daily life, so there wasn't really anything to be like, oh hey, what are you up to, or like, oh, how was your day, what did you do? Like there was no like curiosity to like how my day was, or like no interest in anything, because everything was already laid out there. So if you guys are like, this is my thing, if you guys are interested in someone, like try not to put everything out there, especially if you guys are like more low-key and you're not on social media, or like a social media like influencer person, content creator. Just try to keep everything like offline, because even with my private account, like it's a normal account, like I just have it on private and it's just family, friends. And then I had guys that I was connecting with on these platforms, like I would have them follow me on there as opposed to following my social media page, obviously, because that's weird. So then I think because of that, and like me wanting to seem more likable, more like normal, that's what I was doing, like I mentioned before earlier. So that was kind of, I don't know, that's kind of weird. I don't know why I did that, but I definitely think like I think people either see it and like they're either interested in you or like they're not. So, and it's just, I mean, like don't overthink it also, but yeah, I was overthinking it. But yeah, I think for me, I was just kind of like, I don't know, this is my life, like this is what I'm doing. I know that like my close friends and family, like they liked seeing like a normal side, because I was always like, hi guys, like what should I film today, or like, hey guys, just did this, or like sponsoring something, or like me talking about something that I love every 2 seconds and like trying to sell it with like a link or something. I think like my family and friends got really tired of that. Not that I did it often, but it's just like kind of annoying after a while, like I'm not gonna lie. But it was just nice for me to be able to have them see like a different side of me, especially if I haven't seen them for a long time, or like I just want to come off as, I don't know, not like a typical like so into myself kind of influencer, I guess, if you want to say. So yeah, that was also like another reason why I think like I had guys following me, but then I just like removed all of them. Like after brunette unfollowed me, I was like, that's it, you all are gone. Everybody's gone. I was like, for what reason, like it made no sense. And I don't want them to think like, oh, I'm not interested, but like, yeah, I'm not interested. Not that I'm not interested in them like as a person, or like I'm not attracted to them, like I am, but I just don't have the energy. Like, and I know some people are like, Jenny, you need to take a break from dating and like find yourself and like enjoy your own company. And trust me, I love myself. I love my own company. And I feel like there are so many days that I don't vlog that you guys don't see, that I spend like the whole day by myself, or like even like the week sometimes, and I'll just kind of like make a vlog where it seems like I've gone on dates, but like I didn't. Like not that I didn't, but like it's literally just like a day, like it's maybe like 3 hours of dinner, and like that's it. It's nothing like crazy. Yeah, I don't know, I just kind of like got tired of it. And like these guys were not bad either, like they're my ideal type. They're tall, average 6'3", that's like the average height of like guys that I've dated. It just didn't work out because like I don't know. Okay, so I just did a wing with the L'Oreal Infallible Super Slim. This is my favorite, one of my favorite ones. So yeah, that's my makeup. I hope you guys like it. I actually do highlighter just a little bit on like the tip of my nose. So I was doing glitter eyeliner again actually, and I did really, what was that? And I did really like it, but that's all for the video. My top is from Yes Style. I love the sleeves. It's not really for broad shoulders. I feel like my shoulders are a little bit more like broad. It's not as like smaller. but I still think that it like suits my body frame. And then most of my jewelry, just like the same thing on. I got a new necklace here, and then these are just the bracelets that I'm wearing today. I have this like evil eye one just because I'm a little superstitious now. My tennis bracelet, which is really nice. I love it. It shines so nicely and like under like fluorescent lighting. And then this is just my Missouri curved chain bracelet. And then my ring, I always wear this Tiffany and the diamond one together. I just love how it looks. And then this one, I have two Half Eternity with a Missouri dome ring, which is one of my favorites. So I'll have it linked down below. You guys can use my link to get 10% off if you guys are new. And I don't know who's like new to Missouri anymore, but if you guys have never heard of them, they have like really affordable pieces for like just everyday jewelry. You never have to take it off. I do take this one off though. It's a little bit big for me, but this one usually doesn't come off. I do wash my hands pretty often, and I would just use a scrub to get underneath. So really important to do that, just so you don't have any bacterias from your rings. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Feels so weird to be back, but I'm happy to be back. I just needed to like take the step forward and like start posting stuff, because if I didn't, then like I would not be back. Like it took a lot. But anyway, thank you guys so much. So happy to have you guys here, and hopefully you guys stick around for more videos. Love you. Bye.